Imagine promising to end a brutal war on your very first day in power, only to laugh it off months later as a joke. Well, that's exactly where we are right now, and the fallout could change the way the world sees America forever. Stay with us, because this story just gets wilder. As peace talks supposedly trudge along behind closed doors, the brutal reality on the ground hasn't changed. The war in Ukraine is still raging, and here's where it gets shocking. President Trump, who once promised he'd end the war on day one, now says he was just joking. Yep. You heard that right. Speaking to Time magazine, Trump casually brushed off his bold claim, saying it was an exaggeration and that people knew it. But let's be real, no one's laughing. Not Ukraine. Not Europe. And definitely not America's allies, who are now seriously questioning if the US can even be trusted anymore. According to insiders, it's not just about failing to end the war, a near impossible task for any president. It's about the damage done by doing basically nothing. While Russia pushes harder, Trump's administration has reportedly humiliated Ukraine's President Zelensky on US soil and alienated longtime European allies with reckless diplomacy. The humanitarian crisis is worsening. Innocent civilians are starving, dying, and living under constant bombardment. Meanwhile, trust in American leadership hitting historic lows. One political insider even shared a chilling story. She lives in France now, and when she meets people, they sometimes ask, "Are you a refugee?" As in, are you one of those Americans fleeing because the country feels unsafe since Trump returned to power? That's how far US credibility has fallen abroad. The scary part: foreign leaders aren't just shaking their heads. They're actively pulling back, refusing to share intelligence, doubting America's commitments, and rethinking alliances that have stood for generations. And it's not just Ukraine. Trump's casual, deal-making approach, the kind you'd expect in a real estate negotiation, is crumbling on the world stage. Wars in Gaza and Ukraine weren't active during his last term, and sure, he capitalized on that during his campaign. But now, with no real plan beyond making quick deals that favor rivals like Vladimir Putin, it's clear, diplomacy is no, take it or leave it, property sale. Even some of Trump's own supporters, who once believed he could broker peace through sheer willpower, are starting to go quiet. Voters who thought he had a secret strategy. Many are feeling duped, and they're drifting away, leaving a big question mark over his chances in the next election. Meanwhile, inside the Pentagon, it's pure chaos. Resignations, scathing letters, internal mutiny, senior officials are jumping ship fast. And one key figure in the mess is Trump loyalist Pete Hegseth. Some say he's untouchable because of his MAGA ties. Others believe he's on borrowed time, especially if the fallout starts dragging Trump's own poll numbers down. In Trump's world, loyalty matters, but bad headlines and falling numbers matter even more. And if Pete Hegseth starts to become an embarrassment that Trump can't spin away, well, history shows Trump isn't afraid to cut someone loose when it suits him. Bottom line, from crumbling alliances to chaos at home, the idea that day one, diplomacy could fix everything now looks dangerously naive. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Would you also like me to create a quick YouTube-style title and thumbnail text idea to go with it? Clapperboard eyes, it would make it even more punchy for your audience.